Another day, another video, je ne sais quoi. I'd say so. Another soundtrack recommendation. I'm not feeling good. Today is a shit day. I was tired, I was sick, I didn't do good work. Everything that could make me feel bad about myself is making me feel bad about myself. So let's try to focus on the thing I can do good today, which is this. Although I did do one good thing, which actually makes me feel much better about myself. I bitched in a certain Discord chat for people to talk to me so that I could distract myself mentally. Because talking and listening to someone is a great way to distract myself. And I helped them to remind to do something. That today was the last day, so whee! I did one thing! Whee! I mean, you say that, Lorem, but I think, isn't Lorem like from the city? Didn't he move? I remember that Lorem moved in here from somewhere else. I don't know. Something about Lorem just feels kind of goofy in this context. Because isn't Dean like super old? Like Dean is very old compared to. She's the third oldest, I think, under Bryce. 26, I think. Remy's 23, Anna's 21, I think. I'm going to go to this Indiegogo page more than I admit, but I think I can finally remember their names. Okay, I love how it says shorter one-off romances. Even though Emira isn't that romantic, I guess Sebastian's kind of romantic. Zhang is just kind of say, hello. They never mention the fifth character, even though that was an option. That's why they say at least, which is kind of doofy. I guess if that's the case, then they might not have imagined Sebastian. Like, Sebastian is incidentally. Like, maybe, just maybe. Maybe he gauged interests, maybe it was like, if nothing happens, I don't know. And he really had the time for it, I don't know. Yeah, 26. 28, 23. Oh, Anna's 23. I thought one of them was under. I guess 23. I guess the reason for that is that that's like a great big age where you can get away with stuff. Again, I'd like to point out that the game did pierce the 10,000 mark. My god, now that I look back at that, that's 10,000 for a year's work. That's not much. Why did I always think it was 30,000? Every single time I think back to this mental, it's kind of 30,000. No! There was barely any money for this on the table for a year-long project. Holy shit beans. And he was planning to do extra routes in that too? Jesus. Mr. Saunders, you're a miracle worker. It's impressive. Also, I have his name in my contact list, so I do know that at some point he named this thing, this is the abbreviation, is the W is small. Which makes sense, because usually those kinds of words tend to get a smaller one. He's on my Steam list because he had to add me to a group. And he had to say hello! I guess. I don't know why he had to say hello. Maybe he just wanted to say hello. Maybe he just wanted to look at the guy who was about to ruin his life by shitting all over things. The prequel manga a lot of people are disappointed about. Because a lot of people wondered, what the hell would this be about? Izumi's story is covered. I guess the biggest thing I could focus on is Reza. Reza is one of the rare characters who doesn't have an established character background. Maybe a Dean, like, here's a day in the life, because, like, Remy's such a sad sect, there's nothing you can do with Remy. But there's something you can do with Adine, because she's out there and doing stuff. Like, maybe it'd be like, you start off with one character and go through all of them. Like, it starts off with Sebastian, who's like, I've been working this down for a little while. And then goes to Bryce, and then Bryce, Bryce goes past Anna, and Anna sees Adine. Like, you know, doing that Simpsons thing. There is technically an intro, which features a lot of words. I still love that. Wasn't Ophinia like wormholes? I think so. That still makes me giggle. That all those words are... It's so doofy! This really feels like if it was a bigger project, with more people and more money, it would have been something incredible. It would have been something just mind-blowing. Either because it was just weird, or because it was good. But instead, it's this tiny project where I keep saying, would have been better if they had just cut and focused. Kill your darlings, people. Kill your fucking darlings. It's what I have to do every day of my life when I try to do anything creative. Except I don't like anything I make nowadays. Nah, not really. I mean, this thing showed me that I like writing. There's a lot of situations in which... That's so weird. It's so weird. I'm confused. I need an adult. Also, the unlockable pinups. That's nice. Like, this was basically needed. This I'm surprised by, because the game already doesn't have that many custom assets. I'm very surprised more would show up. I guess character graphics, yeah. Music? All the music is from the same source, so I'd be surprised that was a major impact. The fact that he keeps using us, even though he seems to be the only real person to work on this. But this, yeah, that's actually required for the sequel. I wonder what the sequel would have been without that. I just love going back to that. The game got greenlit, that's the fun part. One of the last games to get greenlit, now that I think about it. I keep forgetting he lives in Austria. I keep... What a place for someone to make this game to live! I guess that's why his English is, like, good, but not that... His English is good, but it's not that good that you're like, he's a native speaker. He's in that level where you're like, okay, he clearly went to a good school. He clearly got a good education. Maybe he has parents like this. But he wasn't fully immersed in it, which I can say. I'm more immersed in English culture than anyone out there. I can fool people. For fuck's sake, I can speak with an English accent. If I tried, I could probably teach myself to have a British accent, or somewhat of a Cockney one, or Scottish. I can pick up things. I mean, I talk relatively accentless English, and when I do, people are like, hey, you're American! You're an American! Hey, they're American, man! I don't know why that's relevant to the translation, but... What a weird thing to have a discussion about the nature of, I like how your characters doesn't even seem to know. Weird that he mentioned this. Like, this is the thing that gets me. Is, why this? Why this? Why would he change this based on your opinion? Like, Adine, I guess because Adine knows you, and she probably was like, hey. Adine was like, hey, I know this place. Are you here with that? Wouldn't Adine be super pissed? Like, here's the thing to consider. After this, I think every character gets deadlocked. Like, you can't go further. You do a Lorem completely, you do a Dean completely, get to this point, you can't go out with a Dean on her 4th date. What the hell's going on in her head at that point? Man, that's an interesting story to talk about. I decided to tweak this a bit. So, first and foremost, change because, that could be right. Some things don't change very quickly in a small town like this. Because it's kind of weird that he just says some things never change in this town, and it's really more about small town nature, because people don't come and go that much. Anyway, I decided to change it. That's possible. You both travel around half the town to get to do your job. Half the town is more like a manner of speech than anything else. Also, apparently, Thanksgiving is coming. I don't give a shit. Tomorrow, Santa Claus is coming to town. The kids are gonna be dancing. I'm not gonna watch because that's way too busy, and I don't give a shit. But apparently, they're at a nearby little square. A whole bunch of kids are gonna be dancing. They're gonna be dancing, and Santa Claus is gonna come by, and they're gonna be like, "Oh man, look at that man! Ain't that exciting?" Will be the perfect time for a terrorist attack, don't you say? Man, that'd be terrible. That'd be the worst. Like, I literally can't think of any way to make everyone say, fuck Muslims, than if a Muslim terrorist walked up to a Santa Claus celebration and blew up a whole bunch of fucking kids. Like, every other time, okay, sure, there were adults involved, but if you specifically go to a children's party, I'm pretty fucking sure that's the point where either everyone has to say, okay, we might be going a little too far, and everyone backpedals into the wall, and everyone else is like, okay, we're going to have a serious discussion, aren't we? We could kind of plausibly deny this as being a lone wolf symptom, but it seems there's something bigger going on, which it is. Say what you want, but a lot of, like, religiously motivated lone wolves are basically people trying to repent. Unlike Catholicism, where you can just pay some fucking money. If you're a Muslim, apparently you have to kill some people to get there. Just adopt Catholicism, Muslims. Just have you can pay on your deathbed and it will be fine. I'm pretty sure your nice little mosques could use a little extra maintenance money. I think that's a better plan than telling people to kill the heathens. Just scrap that part. You don't need that part. That part's irrelevant. If anything, you'll do better off without it at this point. Like, that's the part that gets me. Is that's in there. That's kind of what that's kind of the underlying current that's driving a lot of it forward. At least in that area. That's the other thing you have to remember too. Is some of these people grow up in an environment with people who come from a place where that's like the way to be. Where they live in a fucking city where if you're not a Muslim, you have to pay additional taxes. Like some fucking gaijin. Except the gaijin just gets spat at. Oh, Japan, I can't believe you're doing this better. Man, I don't want to have this discussion right now. How about we don't have this discussion right now? And instead of having this discussion about a horrible hypothetical situation and a fairly complex socio-economical problem, we'd start about the fact that Lorem knows a dean, which really feels shoehorned in. I don't think at any other point this is established. It just happens out of nowhere. Like, I don't know. It just feels like something that should have been established a little bit strongly or somewhere else. It's kind of weird. Like, here's the thing. This is, I think, the only detail in the entire game that is tying Lorem into the Emily part of the equation. This is the only thing that ties him into it. Why is my ear popping like that? That's really weird. It's not the song. It's me. No! I'm dying. I mean, if you know each other, by definition, a dean is going to have questions about you being in someone else's house. I don't care, Lorem. But if someone knows where you live and you're in some other person's house, they're going to be like, hey, what you doing here? I'm just saying. If I suddenly show up in an apartment in Dubai, then someone that I know is going to have questions on what the hell I'm doing in Dubai, in that house. I mean, I can't... I'll be honest. There's one reason I never want to go to Dubai. It's apparently doesn't have any sidewalks, and you can't go outside because it's too hot. I don't want to go to a place like that. I mean, kudos for the people that never want to be exposed to the sun. Good for you. I don't want to go there. I don't want to have to pay a taxi every time I want to go places. I don't want to live in a place that's built on slavery. Ugh. I'm just saying, Dubai, you can make a lot more money if you just had your imam say that if you pay on your deathbed. Oh my god, the Catholic Church loved mooching off people. You gotta pay your tithes. I mean, I guess they already pay their tithes. But you can always pay more! It's always the part that gets me. Is so many times that people are like, God needs you. I'm like, fucking God can fart golden bars out of his butt. God doesn't need my money. You need my money. At least be honest that, like, the church could use your help. Like, this fancy fucking buildings takes a bit of money to maintain, you know. Be honest about it. Oh, that was really nice. I think it was a couple of years ago by now. But there's a small church that was near a highway that needed maintenance, and they made their funds, and I'm happy about that. Because I don't really care. I don't care if I don't know. I don't care if Christianity just fades off the earth, or Islam vanish off the earth, or Hinduism vanish off the earth. I think those temples should be preserved. They show something about human life that should be preserved in some fashion. They are nice buildings, and they teach us a lot about old-fashioned architecture and just the thought processes of people at the time. I guess when you're constantly dying from sickness and all you have is a patch of land and consistent hard work, you need something. You need to know there's someone rooting for you. It might as well be a big man in the sky. Kind of loses its charm when you can just put some pictures on Snapchat and get the same response. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I'm just saying, God, you need to step up your game! Man, Can you imagine? Can you imagine the Christian parents being like, "No, people are Googling this more than God." And I'm like, well, they don't have to Google God. They already know who He is. People generally Google things they want to know more about, and I'm pretty sure Sunday school's taking good care of that, aren't they? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. I'm just saying. That's actually a good joke. That's actually a good one. Or a good argument. It's not a good joke. It's not very funny. It's kind of goofy, but it's not funny. There's a difference. There's a difference between telling a good old-fashioned thigh slapper and just pointing out something that's a little bit silly. Man, Shut Up and Sit Down feels like it's died down a bit, but apparently they've been doing convention recently, so I can understand. I'm understanding of these people, even though I really want to make more new content. Seeing their old content just reminds me of how they used to be goofier. I get the feeling they're growing. I hate that. I hate it when people who make fun content are like, I'm going to be an adult now, and they make content that's like, man, could you not be an adult, please? I like the charm when you make me feel young, hip, and fresh, and happening. I prefer to be happening, sir. My happening status is derived entirely from this internet show. Oh yeah, this is the bad one. I'm taking another spin. That's entirely possible. You both fly, and you deliver all kinds of stuff. I don't know, that just kind of unites them. Although mail generally isn't something you eat, unless you've got one of them food crates coming your way. In which case, stop stealing business from the pizza boys. I don't like what I did tonight. Oh man, I feel so bad about it. I bought a whole bunch of food and I ate it. I bought so much food. I couldn't really... I'm just sad now. What I need is some good old-fashioned Dungeons & Dragons. I made a new character who might actually get me to like the game again. I made a bunch of characters I didn't like. Now I made a character I did like. I made two characters I liked a lot. One is a Sherpa. I want to talk about this now. Fuck it! We're talking about this now. Give me a minute while I... Do I wanna... Whatever. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm not beholden to any man's law. You hear me, God? This might be your kingdom, but I'm the lawyer! I just love the idea of a fucking God being like, I'm the meter maid. I make sure. If I ever get pulled up to court, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna swear to fucking God, man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't care if my mother's put on trial. I'll tell the honest truth. You wanna know why I'm gonna just be the honest truth? Because that's what you do. I'm not gonna lie to the law, because that gets me in trouble. If I did something, I'll straight up tell you. I'm not gonna deny it, unless my lawyer's like, you might have a chance, then maybe. But otherwise, I'm perfectly okay with just confessing my crimes. Because if I do something wrong, I deserve it. I mean, I'll probably have committed it in a non-sane state of mind, and I might need some help, but I'm just saying. I'm not gonna... If I remember it, if I have amnesia, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But yeah, I made some characters and I really like them. So we got Duck, Surya, Walden. I thought I made him Warden, but there we go, Walden. She is an Abixian, which is a custom race I made for Pathfinder. Pathfinder, so far, I am liking. I don't like the compression. I think Acrobatics is taking a few too many skills into itself. It's a little too aggressive with the absorbing. It's balance. Okay, fine. Nobody gives a shit about balance. I know. The whole jump and... the whole jump and tumble thing is a little too strong. But I guess it's hard to make it... Yeah, I know. She's a Sherpa. Where's that? She's a healer. I guess not really healer. I guess I should clarify that. She's a Sherpa, first and foremost. She helps people in the mountains get around. I don't know what Sherpa specifically. Let's look it up. But she kind of sucks at her job. Oh, it actually is a certain type of people. I thought Sherpa was like that makes me feel very bad. I apologize profusely. I didn't know. I'm very sorry about that. Is it okay to call an individual who provides guidance in mountains a Sherpa? or is that mean? Because if it's mean, I'll stop. I'll blush, I'll cross my fingers, and I'll say, I'm sorry about that. There is no thing about that. I guess it's just the kind that I picked up because of Tintin. Genetics. Wow. Haplogroup distribution. What? Oh, look at that! They got a little ladder. They got a little ladder. Oh, that's actually I thought it was gonna be a cute little ladder, but no. They just bought one from IKEA, I guess. Oh, wow. Highly regarded as elite mountaineers and experts in the local area. Well, they live there. I'd assume they know something about it. Okay. Ah. Oh, that's cute. I mean, if people started making, like, cult-like expert dike builders Dutch, then fuck it. That's a high honor. That's a prestige you got right there. Wait, what? Damn! That's impressive. That's one hell of a... Oh, no! Why are they all called Sherpa? That's how they name themselves? That's interesting. That's a new... That's a hot fact. Or maybe that's just for clarity's sake. I want to... I don't know. That's... I don't know, so I can't call a hot fact. But the point is... Mountain stuff. Fucking hell, she can climb. She has 31. 30 climbing. You wanna know what 30 climbing gets you? You can literally climb up a steep wall. You can climb on an upside-down ceiling, which is a floor. No, she can climb up an upside-down floor, which is a ceiling. Just fine. She also has a climb speed, so fuck it. Look at this, though. Look at this. We're starting at a higher level than usual with this one. Got a bunch of languages that make sense. Oran and Aquan likely show up. Dwarven. Just stuff you expect to find in mountainous regions. Pretty high stats, too. Ooh, smart and strong. That's all I need to make it through the mountains. Is you need to be able to punch people, and you need to be able to lift people. And think about it. Very hard. Look at them stats. Ooh, 90 skill points. It's not that much for level 9, though. All things considered, I guess it's the Alchemist not being as strong. I think Starfighter went too far with some of that level. People, it's been 22 minutes, but it's my show. I get to do this if I want to. Gave him a bonus proficiency for spinning sword, which I decided to make an heirloom. The spinning sword's an heirloom, which they wrap around their wrists as a good luck charm. But in reality, it's a sword. You just smack someone with a metal set of rods. That's pretty cool. A chemical bomb can only use that 14 times per day, which is intelligence plus level, which is great. Got this wrong first time. It's made it 5d8. Whoops. And a quick loner like crossbow, with the idea being that a lot of her magic gear she just found on people. Including her thieves' tools, which she just stole off someone's corpse and was like, cool, these are better than mine. And she threw her old ones away. A lot of her equipment is just shit she stole from people. Because she's a good Sherpa. She'll get you to the temple you need to be. She'll get you to the cave you're trying to reach. But after that, if you're a fucking idiot, you're gonna die. She gets on live. That's the thing. Is you fall down a hole and she's like, well, I guess they're dead now. And she just climbs down and takes your shit and just leaves. And she's like, okay, you're dead. I'm not. You can take your shit. That's how you reach level 9, people. You just steal everyone's shit. I like this. I like this a lot. I like the idea of just not knowing what the hell something does. Doesn't know what this lantern does. Just like, oh, it makes things glow. What it does, nobody knows. Despite having toned spellcraft. But I like this character a lot. I'm looking forward to it. It has all these extracts. Which are... The way I imagined it is... Part of it was just finding wizard books. And part of it is this, which allows you to learn spells from a dead guy. By drinking his blood. I like to imagine that when she found that, she's like, ooh, I can learn more? Helps with sorcerers more than wizards, but... I just love this idea. Of like a character who learns a spell and is like, I actually kind of want that wizard to die, because he got a good spell. And he shows him to the worst possible place to go. I just love that. I love that idea. Generally an upbeat kind of guy, though. Doesn't want people to die. That's the thing. It's like no one succeeded at their quest, and she feels kind of shit about it. Because that's not the point. She doesn't do this to get money. She does this for the fun and learning new things. And bad luck. I should look for a trait that makes you get bad luck on other people. Look at all these resistances, though. None against fire. That'll toast her. Her own bombs will just knock the shit out of her. That's 15 to, what was it again? A lot. I don't care. It's a lot. Splash damage is minimal damage, which is 10 in this case. Ugh. I do like that it's Solarian True Steel, which is +1 to confirm crits. That's not a Pathfinder thing, that's a 8.5 thing, because I made a compilation of all kinds of shit. But I like that idea of, like, the reason it's an heirloom is because it has a chance of confirming criticals. Can you imagine that, finding this thing, and then you just hit something with it, and you hit it so hard? Whew. Now there's a story. The other one I made is slightly more thematically interesting. An optimist, a tactician, who is going to be found in one of the most hilarious of circumstances. Why did it not increase intelligence? Why is this? Oh, whatever. So, I still need to pick another feat. The character in question here is a Tactician, which is a psionic subclass. Lawful neutral, because Tactician, of course. The idea I had for this character is blind. Fucking blind. But has blind sight 60 feet and blind sense 120 feet. So, kind of obsessed with collecting items that give off light. We'll get to that in a minute. But doesn't have issues seeing things. Like, fucking the Deep Crystal one, I like this idea of, like, the psionic energies crackle off. Like, it's improperly made to some extent, or maybe it's just the tip that's been hitting things so hard. Ooh. I decided to give engineering and history and psionics. Kind of makes sense for those to have those. Although psionics, I think, is just going to get compiled into spellcraft anyway. A little bit of spellcraft, because it makes sense. You gotta know your enemy, kids. Gotta know your enemy. Swim. Yeah. Where did he get 8 from again? Where did swim speed come from? It's a good question. I don't know. Mule backcord. I'm never gonna make a character without this if they need to carry shit, because that increases your strength by 8 points for carrying capacity. Look at this shit. Suddenly you can just lift a fucking truck. Bam! So here, we got it. Lens of Bright Vision, Reach Gauntlets, because tactical options. Bunch of arrows, tactical options. I like the... Here, this too. Everywhere in George just has an obsession with things that give off light. It's like, oh, it glows, because they have Sense Link, which allows them to see, but only through other people's eyes. And I like to imagine that every single time he looks through anyone's eyes, it's something else. It's like the colors are different. And he's like, oh, sight's so fucking useless! Except when you gotta distinct things. I still gotta detail the... If you like, blindsight's too strong. No. The way I play blindsight is it's just like your eyes and your ears. You can pick up things directly. It's entirely possible to get distracted and just not notice anything. Sure, you can sense 120 feet in any direction, but you can get distracted. Not many powers. Tactician is a weak psionic. It's more sort of a psychic warrior with an emphasis on this. Just N means you can use it on anyone in your network, which is kind of something you need to establish quickly. I like this one. The ability to just jump off the initiative track, that's very powerful. You can do cool shit with that. Pretty expensive, though. Not too many power points. Yeah, only 35. So, limited use there. Why is this here? Why is this here? Why is carrying capacity here? Oh, no, that's range. Okay. That's nice. So, Sense Link's pretty cool. Telepathic Lash, not bad. Fortify, not bad. Especially because it's a network ability, so you can just give everyone a little bit of a pop. Coordinate is 1, not bad either. You can give attack or AC on a person. It's great. It's nice and cheap. But then there's Battle Sense, which gives a heads-up display, which is kind of nice. Then we got some nice utility. We got Animal Affinity, just basically a stat bonus to themselves. I don't think he has any way of affecting other people with personals. And Energy Push with Expanded Knowledge. These both two are Expanded Knowledge. Which essentially allows him to shoot a blast of energy, but can increase it, it's just nice. You got this character who just has a lot of tactical options going on. It's just increasing things. I like the idea of this character being kind of sluggish. For one, sluggish. But secondly, Nagathai just slow in general. But I like the idea of like someone who sits there and goes, how can we exploit the situation? Wow, I did not notice that Fortitude save is absolute ass. Holy shit, that will save. Haha, you're trying to outsmart me. I have a mind as strong as my ears. I don't have ears. I also never knew that the Nagath apparently do have eyes. They are, however, milky. The stereotypical, you're blind. 27 hit points, not bad. All things considered, could be worse. 2 flying. Oh, I forgot because the armor penalty bonus. Penalty. I like that all the Mythio equipment is from the team. Like, he's part of a team, and someone found a Mythio rapier. I'm talking way too much about this. How about we just close this and go on with what you actually came to see? Ah! There's a booger in my... Ah! Oh, that's... Oh, man, this video is just a crapshoot. But it's great. I love it. I'm having fun. And if you're going to tell me not to have fun, well, dear good Sir Esquire, you've come to the wrong place to tell me that. Man, I love it. Like, this is such a nice thing to follow up on. Like, here's a great thing that's never, ever given any breathing room is, what if you're a complete, utter ass to one character and super nice to the other? Like, you show up at Anna's date, and Remy is on your bad side. Like, how would that not just establish the situation more? Oh, that'd be great. That'd be cool. I mean, that particular scenario, nothing would happen, but it's something that's not explored as much as it should be. But again, Lorem kind of shoehorned into having relationships with characters. Ipsum, again, also does it, but I think Ipsum's more incidental. I like this. Lorem opened the pizza box. There was a pizza inside. Anything else would be weird. And then memories flowed back. Why are you being such a butchkill? I mean, you say that, but I'm pretty fucking sure pizza's not that fancy a dish to make. Like, for the most part, what you need is cheese. I know how to make cheese. You need dough. I have an inkling on how you might be able to make dough, though not pizza dough particularly. I know how to make dough. You need wheat, for one. You need some water. I think you need yeast. I don't know how to get yeast, but I know enough, I think. Any tomatoes. Like, it's not that hard. I'm pretty sure that if you had any books about anything, you could figure this out. So, I finally got through Neptune on Uranus. Yay, I can leave Uranus behind me and go to Neptune. I got to the Void Connection. Man, Uranus was not a fun planet. I don't know, the whole C-Lab thing was just kind of... Ugh. What was that? I don't even know which planet it was. Maybe it was Neptune. I don't know. I just want to get my operator so I can know what... I got a lens in that event thing, and I don't know what it does. I don't know what this lens does. Do I need glasses? Oh, you've already taken a bite. Okay. Oh! There's a sound effect for this. There's a sound effect for this. There's fucking a sound effect for taking a pizza bite. I love it. That's nice. I made a mistake. I made a big mistake. Ooh. Mm. Huh. I'm just gonna giggle a bit. Next time, Pantoli's pizza turns out to be bullshit. I like to imagine your character only likes it because... I like this. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Next time, it's kind of cute. Yay! Maybe I'll stick to the fucking topic at hand. Video.